right, guys. Hey, good morning. We're starting.
There's
we
a
good?
countdown. Yep, you're good.
All right, guys. Hey, we'll try this again. Good morning, Monday morning. I hope you guys had a fabulous weekend. Today we are talking about mistake-proof color matching.
We're
is
making
super
it
easy.
simple and easy. Everyone tends to overcomplicate color matching. They don't know what foundation color to buy, how to help people. It can be so simple.
So easy.
And we're going to teach you how to do it today.
Yes. So we've color matched a lot of people.
Literally thousands, not an exaggeration. We've literally color matched thousands of people. We go to beauty school and we'll color match
Just
people
sit
at
at a
beauty
table
school.
all day
Color matching people. So if anyone knows how to color match and help you find your right color,
It's probably us.
it's probably us.
Okay, so there are 3 color lines within our Savvy foundations, and today we're going to focus on the cool and the warms, and then we have an upcoming video
Tomorrow.
talking about the dark foundation line, so that's going to be something separate, so look
The
forward to
dark
that.
foundation color line are neutral colors.
Right.
So if you're warm or cool, it's right in between. But our lighter foundation colors, there's warm and cool. So you have to decide, do you have cool
Which one?
undertones or warm undertones?
And that's hard sometimes, especially if you haven't grown up wearing makeup, you're maybe
Yeah.
unfamiliar with what that means. It's so easy, okay? So warm undertones pull a little bit more yellow.
They have like more golden in their
Gold
skin.
is
So
a good-
I have a warm undertones in my skin.
I mean, you can see, like, look at Haley's neck. It's a little bit, like, yellow tone. I'm going to just...
So if you tend to have more like yellow in your skin or more golden undertones in your skin, you generally have warm undertones. You can still be fair. You can still get really fair in the
Right.
wintertime. I'll be more pale, but I still have warm undertones.
But she still pulls a little more yellow than pink. Whereas a cool foundation or a cool undertone is more pink. So if you look at your skin, it doesn't mean you're pale or fair. You can be very tan and still have cool undertones. It means you pull a little bit more pink. So if you were to look at these foundations, I wonder if we can just go show them the difference. You can tell a major difference in the colors. Hopefully you guys can kind of see.
Or a yellow.
So cool and warm, and very different undertone of the foundation.
The easiest thing that I like to explain to people is I like to give examples of celebrities.
Yes.
And once you give this example of celebrities, that just like clicks in people's minds. So celebrities with warm undertones are people like Kate Hudson, Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Those people have warm undertones. Celebrities with cool undertones are celebrities like
Anne Hathaway,
Adele, Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
So they have like that beautiful like porcelain look.
And it comes more pink. Like,
Mhm.
it doesn't mean they're fair. I mean, Anne Hathaway can be tan.
Yeah.
And like, but it's just a pink undertone.
And people with cool undertones tend to have more pink in their skin. Like they have more pink knuckles, like pinkish blue knuckles.
Yeah.
That's one of the easiest ways to tell. Usually if I'm color matching someone, if I look at their knuckles, if I'm kind of unsure and they have more of the pink, those blue knuckles, they tend to be more cool. But generally speaking, would you say when we color match people, probably 80% of the people are warm?
Yeah. It's
Warm.
and
Mhm.
well, and too, we didn't mention this, but you can be neutral.
Yeah.
So I actually am a neutral, and
Yeah.
that means I can wear either of the foundations, and it actually looks good and it's fine. But what I've found is when I went to a convention and got color matched, I actually was color matched as a cool number 1, and I went outside and I was like, this matches perfectly. Like, I had no line, but it just didn't look the way that I was used to looking. And so I went home and tried on all the foundations, and I actually found that I much prefer the warm toned line on my skin. And we found that at beauty school too, is anyone that kind of pulls a little bit of both typically prefers the warm color line, only because like I pull really pink through my cheeks and on my nose, and so people will say, oh, you're cool toned. But then, like, my forehead is yellow and my jawline is yellow. And so when I put on a cool foundation, it makes my cheeks look almost even more pink, which I don't love. And so when I put on a warm foundation, it neutralizes that pink and matches the rest of my face.
It kind of takes out some of that redness if you have a little bit of redness. And people just generally, if you are neutral, they generally just feel happier in a warm. Warm number 1 is pretty fair. Warm number 2 is pretty light.
Yep.
People just, if you're on the fence, we recommend personally to go with a warm line. If
Warm
you're,
1
if you're
or 2.
neutral.
Yeah, like Haley's wearing a warm 2.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing a warm 1. But like I said, I can wear a cool one, cool two, and a warm two. So it's kind of hard. But that's the awesome thing about this foundation too, is that it's very versatile and very forgiving. So if you're in a cool line right now, if you're in a cool one, cool two, cool three, and you're like, I'm not really loving this color, we always say try out switching to a warm tone and see.
Yep.
We always say warm one or warm two. Warm three takes a very specific person.
You really tan. Like
You have to
people
be,
with
like,
olive skin
really dark.
tone really look good in the warm 3. I can wear it occasionally in the summer when I'm like at my tannest moment.
But I could never wear it.
But I don't
Never.
wear it very often.
So if you're on the fence, I would say warm one or warm two, and probably not a warm
And it just depends on the look that you're going for. If you want that Adele look or that Nicole Kidman look, then you go for the cool tones. If you don't want that look, you want to look more vibrant, maybe have more of that
Like a
gold in
yellow,
your skin
like a
tone.
golden
Go
undertone.
for the warm. So it's really simple. That's really the basics of it. People tend to get so confused when you throw in like the vein colors and the jewelry colors and the clothing colors. Those can all help reassure your decision of what you've already chosen, but it's not good to just decide what foundation color to go off of by just your vein color, just what color of jewelry you wear, because that's so relative. Like,
yeah, and it's really up to preference. So if you look, what she's talking about with the veins is if you were to look at your vein on the inner part of your wrist, if it looks blue, you're probably a cool tone.
Yep.
If it looks green, you're probably
Warm.
a warm tone. And if you don't really know, you could be neutral. That's really how I am. I look, and sometimes it looks green, sometimes it looks blue, and it's really not mistake proof.
It confuses people,
It does.
honestly, more than it helps them, especially when we color match at beauty school.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, I have this vein color and this vein color, and it just tends to just get people really, really confused.
So unless
we
you
don't
look
even
and
do
it's
it.
like
I don't even talk about vein color.
green, then we probably don't recommend using that as a way. So if you're going to color match someone, we always recommend getting a brush, something like this, that's pretty precise and short bristled, dipping it in the foundation and testing it like right along here on her cheek down to her jawline, just so you can see if it matches her neck. We never want a line, like a harsh line across the neck, so make sure it matches both. And a lot of times our faces do pull more color than our neck, so just you don't want the line to show. So whatever color,
and your arm color isn't always necessarily the same color as your face. Like if you're color matching on your arm, it's not necessarily the same color that's your face. So it is good if you really want like a foolproof way to decide what color you are. See what color blends in here somewhere on your face.
Another thing that we forgot to mention is within the line there are numbers. So it's 1, 2, or 3. 1 being the most fair and 3 being the darkest. So you kind of have to gauge by, I guess, your tone. Not your tone, but your tan, like how dark you are. So, like I said, I'm a 1. She's a 2. By the time it's summer here in Utah, I'll be a 2, and she'll probably be a 3.
If I get super tan, we'll see. We'll see.
So we hope this has helped you guys. It's really easy. If you have questions, comment below. We have a lot of events coming up too, so you're welcome to come find us and ask us.
Yes. And it's simple. You don't have to
really
overcomplicate it. It's simple. The colors are very forgiving. So even if you run out of your warm 2 and you're wearing a warm 1, you'll still most likely look good.
Yep,
be happy with it.
So they're versatile. Don't be afraid. And if you're on the fence, this is just a summary. If you're on the fence, probably a warm 1 or a warm 2.
Yes.
So, okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope this helped you guys, and have a great week.
See ya
later.